favorite aspects of a real estate contract is the fact that you deal with another live person on the other end of it. If you're the buyer on a real estate contract, there is a live person that's the seller that you can call and you can make contact with and you can talk to in any instance. You know, you can call them and find out, you know, something about the house. You knew they took it back, you know, they originally lived there, or they may have had it as an investment. But most importantly, you can call them if there's a problem. If you're going, and I encourage buyers to stay in contact with the seller. Make sure you have a number for the seller and be able to contact them, because if you're going to be late for some reason, I know from my experience as a seller, if a buyer is late with a payment, my first thought is the property's burnt down and they've moved out of state. So it's always nice when I've had buyers over the years, they call me and say, hey, something has come up, I had to put a new transmission in my car, we had some medical bills, whatever, I'm going to be a few days late with the payment. I've also had buyers call me and say, something catastrophic has come up, is there some way we can do something and not have to make the payment this month, or is there some way we can work that out? And fortunately, I've been in a position over the years to be able to work with buyers. If they're a good buyer and they've been paying me well over the years, I'll work with them and we can just take that monthly payment for the month of August and add it on to the balance of the contract. So they can skip that month, it saves them a little bit of money. I don't really lose anything because I get the interest. I continue to earn interest on my money. So that's the really nice thing. If you've ever had a mortgage with a bank, trying to contact someone at the bank that can make a decision is next to impossible. So there's no one there that can really make a decision. There's no one there that can help you in any way other than say your payment's due on the 1st and this is how much it is. And even at that, nowadays, I've called mortgage companies and you have to push a bunch of numbers. You never really actually talk to a real person. So if you're a buyer on a real estate contract, I encourage you to get the name and phone number of the seller and be sure and keep in contact with them. If there's ever going to be any kind of a hiccup with your payment, let them know ahead of time so that they know what to expect. And usually they just want to get paid, so they'll usually work with you as best they can. They don't want the property back, most likely. They've moved on with their lives and they're doing something else. So keep that in mind and be sure and stay in contact with your seller if at all possible.